Hi, today we are practicing painting tints and shades. You can start with either one first. I'm going to start with tints. So before you start, fill in the blank, put your name and directions. Choose a primary color, paint the first circle a base color, and then add white in certain percentages, or ratios, or fractions, or decimals, however you want to think about it. I will paint tints by adding blank to the color. I'm going to pick blue. So what am I going to do to add a tint? Do I add white or black? Yeah, white. Fill in the blank first, so that way when you're painting, you can look up and you can say, oh yeah, I definitely need white in there. Okay. So, it says here, you have 3 circles you're going to paint in. And what I want you to do first is paint blue or paint whatever color you choose in all of them. You have any choice of color, except I wouldn't do black because it's not really a color, it's a shade. You're going to paint it in. If you paint them in all at first, at the same time, you will be able to then see the changes as you add the white to make the tints. If you use different colors, you don't really see the differences in the tints with the different percentages or fractions of white that you put in. Okay, so there's my blue. Now I'm going to leave this one alone. This is just the pure blue color. Now over here, I'm going to paint the base color. I'm going to add 25% white to it, of white. Is that a lot of white? Now a lot of white would be right around 90%. So you're just doing 25, so I wouldn't fill your brush too much. You'll be surprised at how quickly white goes. Do you see a little difference between the blue, the blue here and here? It might be harder to see here. If I paint this more solidly, you can probably see that it's lighter. I added a little too much water there. How about now? Yeah, just a little bit lighter because I added just 25% white. Now here, paint the base color at 50% white to make the tint. You can add 50 to 75%. So I'm going to add a little, is it more white or less? Exactly, more. I'm going to add even a little more because I want it lighter to show, it's almost like an eggshell, robin's egg. So do you see a difference between the normal blue, the tint with 25 and the tint with 50 or 75? Great. Remember to try to stay in the lines. Have fun. Now we're on to shades. So you know what? I'm going to stick with the same blue color so we can see the differences between the tints and the shades. So what am I going to do first? Yeah, I'm going to put my name. And then I'm going to still stick with blue. You could do a different color if you want for this one. They all have to be the same, but it could be different. It doesn't have to be blue. And what are you going to add to make a shade? Yeah, it's going to be black. So, I'm going to take my blue. I'm going to paint my circles blue. A little too much water there, so I'm going to use a little less next time. Painting in blue. And take your time. Okay. Now, since I'm doing shades, I'm adding black to the color. So again, you're going to go back in here and it says add 25% of black to the color. Some people like tints better, some people like shades. Depends on your taste. It's already starting to look pretty dark. I know this looks kind of uneven. It's because it's not dry yet. To make it even, you just kind of go back in as even as you can. Maybe add a little more blue. Okay? Now that was only 25%. This one we're adding at least 50. Do 50, you can do 75 if you want. You have to make sure you're not making it completely black, but it's going to look pretty close to black with that much, especially with blue, like a midnight blue. So as you can see, do you see a difference? Yeah, difference with the shades, with different percentages. There we go, we have tints and shades of blue. Try it.